GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
It's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you. Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keep it at a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument, take your friends and them, can and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks to come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, do 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 do. Hey, listen to me. Good morning to ye. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show, brought to you by myself, and that good GMG. Good morning, gang. Listen, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Hopefully blessed as ever, Cause you open them eyes up, you can move them yours, them oros, or whatever you said, them eyes. Them Jeeba creepers, you can open them eyes. You can use your extremities. You can inhale and exhale. If you need the woo shot, you feel me? You're able to go throughout your day and make today a better day than yesterday.
And while you living out your day to day, if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, you plan, plot, and strategize today to make tomorrow even better day than the day. That part, huh? Listen, before I get started with the roll call, I gotta do this. I gotta say my warnings for materials that'll be utilized throughout this show. Y'all have at it. Listen. Warning, warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture. Baby, that part there, huh? How are y'all doing this morning? As I roll the roll call out, do your boy a favor if you're just tapping in or coming into the situation, whether you're a regular, whether you're GMG family, or whether you just happen to stop by or just happen upon this live lituation by happenstance. Do your boy a favor. It don't cost you not one red penny that's going out of style or no plug nickel. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Boop up. If you see it on your on your page or whatever, the screen that you're watching it, if you can hype the video, boop up. And more importantly, if you have not done so yet, if you can subscribe to the channel, book a bing. Listen, and while you at it, after you subscribe, make sure you click the notification bell. Bing. So that you be in know, the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning show drops. What? Whenever Feel the Love Friday drops. What? Or anything else that I put on this Good Big Phil Speaks channel. What? That part. Listen, who we got in the building, huh? This morning, Crack Baby, Trick Baby, Crack Baby, GMG. Allure Jones, I see you. Good morning to ye, GMG. Sexy Sugar Mama, she's in the building. Good morning. Bab Wilson, good morning, GMG, huh? Rich Wilson, he said, I finally on time. What's up? Listen, all the time is on time, even if you got to catch the replay. I'm much appreciative even that way. You hear me? What's up, Rich? How you doing? Who else we got in the building? Connie Batiste is in the building. Good morning. Uptown Nelly Nail J, what's up with it? I know you chilling. That's the Uptown homegirl from way back when. She in the building. QV, it's been a long time coming. Listen, good morning to you, QV. I don't even know what time it is. Where you at? She's from way out in Australia, mate. Listen, GMG in the building. Hey, who else we got in here? Phil, stop playing. I need my G. Oh, I got your message, Rich. I'm going to have that information over to you probably, if not today, tomorrow. A link you can go click and securely take care of all of that. You feel me? Michelangelo, TKBS Nation, GMG in the building. Good morning to ye. Good morning. Okay, listen, for those tapping in, I see Danny Edison, I see 442 Teddy, Lisa Marone, and Cardi Scary over on the Good IG tapping in. Y'all coming over to the Good YouTube so y'all can be a part of this situation, conversation. Huh? We about to keep it pushing. It's your boys, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Is Big Phil Speaks. Let's have at it. This first little tidbit. Ladies and gentlemen, this might get up under your skin a little bit. I'm giving you a warning. A warning. Listen, I don't know where this Bama was sleeping at. I don't know where this Bama live at. But the infestation upon that Bama's dome is some kind of crazy. You hear me? It's some kind of incredible. I'm warning you. I don't want you to get crazy. I don't want you to feel why you had to show. I'm telling you up front, it's kind of ugly. But check this out. It's real quick. But could you imagine one of your loved ones showing up like this? What the figgity?
Mana?
I'm not repeating that. That Bama's infestation is outrageous. Outrageous. I heard roosters cock-a-doodle doodling in the background. He's either on a farm or out in the wilderness. He's somewhere where the ticks are out of this world. And he got them fat meaty joints. They just been paused. No Diddy sucking on his dome. Pause. No Diddy. I'm just saying, you see the Bama Mike 313. What up, though? Huh? I don't know what's going on. I don't know where that Bama been sleeping. I don't know if he been sleeping on a pillow. I don't know if he been sleeping in the grass, in the woods. I don't know what's going on, but wherever he at, he need to change his sleeping situation because them joints is sitting throughout his hair like they damn extensions and whatnot. Like he went and got him some little tick extensions to make his hair look a little thicker. Pause. No Diddy. Yeah. Cardi said, I'm itching. Listen, I gave a forewarning, Cardi Baptiste. Good morning. Huh? I gave her a warning. I said, listen. This is gonna be one of them ones. Hey, oh Lord, especially when y'all be faking like y'all ain't had no roaches in y'all life, never, and y'all be like, oh, it just makes me itch. Listen, if you got ticks like that in your life, you better be itching for more than a scratch. You hear me? That part. Young Dre, salute. What's goody like the mob? Sexy Sugar Mama said, made my blood crawl. I bet it did. Right up out the head, pause into the little ticks that was on that Bama's head. That part, huh? Lord have mercy. We're going to keep it pushing, but I had to get your blood flowing a little bit. Pause. No Diddy. I had to get you right. Rich said, what in the pause on all levels is man, listen. You would have thought he was sleeping with the dogs or something. Them ticks was out there. Like it was all there. One was down here looking like a mole, like it was like trying to camouflage itself with his skin, just sitting there like, listen, I'm going to keep it moving. Excuse me. This next one, I call this, you gonna eat your honey buns. I call this, you gonna eat your honey buns. A correction officer gets locked up for accepting honey buns and other treats from inmates. He says retaliation. I say, you looking like you wanted the honey buns. Y'all check this out and let me know. Huh?
Every day for over two decades, Jarvis Moore walked into the Morgan County Jail and went to work.
I've done everything that there is to be done there. Something that I wanted to do ever since I was a child.
But on Friday, he walked through a different door, turning himself in on 7 counts of felony extortion. I've contacted Morgan County officials to get to the bottom of the charges, but due to courthouse renovations, the filings are delayed. Moore was told this stems from his firing in September.
And they told me that I was being terminated for taking honey bun and store items from inmates.
You heard that right. Honey buns. Moore doesn't deny taking the honey buns, but he says he was simply following orders.
This idea has been going on for years and years.
He says when inmates started a fire in the jail, it was policy to take commissary from inmates who started the fire and give to others.
The honey buns were actually given to another inmate to clean up, or the items. There was nothing ever kept in possession. It was used as a tool to stop the burning in the jail.
Moore and his attorney Scott Morrow believe this is much bigger than 7 felony counts for 7 honey buns.
It's retaliatory 100%. His problems began specifically when the John Scott incident occurred.
John Scott Jr. died in jail custody in April of last year. This video of Scott Jr. being dragged through the jail was leaked in May. Moore says he was asked multiple times if he was the one who leaked it. He believes it's the main reason he was passed up multiple times to become the first black lieutenant in Morgan County history.
That was one of the main goals that I wanted to do, and that would have been even stronger to help people.
Moore says he was placed on administrative leave each time a position came up.
One thing, he's African American and they don't want him to be a lieutenant. and then because he supported Anna Franklin in that video.
And if she's back in office again, I can assure the citizens of Morgan County you will see significant change.
Moore posted this video 5 weeks before he was charged.
They wanted to keep their thumb on Jarvis and keep him down, and they came up with this honey bun criminal charge.
A spokesperson from the sheriff's office told me this investigation into stolen honey buns started in August and was turned over to the DA in November before the video was posted.
I'm truly not guilty of extortion. The only thing I did wrong was protect the jail and try to secure the jail.
We want justice, and we want everybody treated the same. If you're going to arrest one person for this type of activity in the jail, arrest them all.
Now, after being fired from Morgan County in September, Moore started working in the Madison County Jail. A spokesperson told me Moore was a probationary employee. He was fired once they learned of the felony charges. And a spokesperson from the DA's office tells me an assistant DA who doesn't know Moore will be trying this case.
You want your honey buns. Listen, the Bama says 7 honey buns for 7 felony counts. Lord have mercy. Listen, now, to keep it a thou wow, right? Unfortunately, I've been clink a time or two, right? And I done seen a couple correction officers, you know what I'm saying, take a little, you know what I'm saying, a little honey bun, a little snicker, a little something from, you know what I'm saying, one of the inmates, you know what I'm saying, on the low ski, right? You know what I'm saying? And I also seen them bringing in food on the low ski for the, you know, certain inmates, whatever the case may be. However, it seems like there's more to this story. Seem like they on retribution, getting back, and all kinds of revenge because of Green Mile right here. I forget the Bama name, but Green Mile, Officer Green Mile, you know, because he done came up off a couple honey buns and other treats while he was on duty. He say he passed them out to other inmates to clean up. Could be. However, I don't know whether they railroading that Bama or not. I don't know if they railroading them. I don't know what the figgity is going on. But damn it. What is this? Okay, block that. Sounds suspicious, right? 7 charges for 7 honey buns. Listen. See, that's why the fellas, let this be a warning for you. Stop trying to get a whole bunch of honey buns. Get you one good honey bun and lock in. You feel me? Don't be trying to get a whole bunch of honey bun ones. Just get your one and lock in with her. But that's a whole nother story. I'm off of that. Zola, what's up with it? What's goody like the mob? GMG, good morning to ye. Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan. He kind of look slim. Okay, and I'm gonna get up off this pause. Slim look like a cross between Michael Clark Duncan and Shrek. Now tell me you don't see it, right? The Bama look like Shrek in the face, right? With the Michael Clark Duncan kind of, you know what I'm saying? Do you want your honey buns? Listen, I'm going to get off that and keep it pushing, ladies and gentlemen. But it is what it is. Life got to be sweeter than a honey bun, don't it? But you got to be careful because everybody that you work with, everybody that say they got your back, everybody that act like they in your corner might have it out for you, especially if you get more honey buns than them. I'm going to keep it pushing. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick as I move on with the move on. Boop, 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 bop, bop, bop. Yes, here we go. Hey, Young Dre's, I'm just saying, get your one honey bun and get on out the way. You feel me? That's a double entendre. Don't let that go over your head, huh? Unless your head got ticks in it. Yeah, I'm talking about a fugitive from a 1988 armored car heist dies hiding in Asheville, North Carolina, huh? At this point, just buying a honey bun can get you 7 cases on chop. Man, listen. Federal authorities say John Anthony Quinn, a fugitive tied to a notorious 1988 armored car heist in Florida, died while living under an alias in western North Carolina. Investigators said Quinn was wanted in connection with the April 1988 theft of $1.3 million in cash from Federal Protection Service, an armored car company in Riviera Beach, Florida. According to officials, he had used several aliases over the years and was once featured on both America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries. The North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation said Quinn had worked as a manager and was accused of taking the money from the company's vault. Authorities said he was wanted by the FBI for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution and was also wanted by the state of Florida on a first-degree grand theft charge. At the time of the heist, Quinn was 48 years old. Investigators say officials said Quinn died of natural causes in December 2025 at a hospital in Asheville while using the name Jim Klein. The FBI said its laboratory latent prints unit later positively identified him through a fingerprint card, finally confirmed the identity of a man who had evaded capture for decades. Lord have mercy. How do y'all feel about that? Some of y'all like, yeah, one for the people, one for the people. The Bama was chilling right up under the noses of everybody. I don't know how much money he lived off of. I don't know how much money he left to who or what and when. I don't even know if he got kids. But man, 1988, and he just now died in what was that, 20? What they say, 2025, 2026? Yeah, 2025. Last year, December, probably around my birthday. You know what I'm talking about? He died in 2025, but has been able to just chill under the radar since 1988. Make that make sense, huh? And this talks about Frank Matthews and his disappearance from a long time ago. If he could do it, Frank Matthews could do it too. Hey Kim, what's up, Kim Hughes? We go back from below the sandbox. Good God Almighty! Hey, nice to see you, Kim. Oh man, yes, good to see you. Lord have mercy. I'm glad to see you. He made my day. Yeah, but Bama was chilling in Asheville, North Carolina since 1988, living low-ski. He probably was like, I'm only gonna spend $5 today. Give me some ramen noodles, you know what I'm saying, some juice, and a couple bottles of water, and I'm good for the day. Bama probably was on a strict budget. I don't know what he was doing with his money. I don't know where he got the money because he probably ain't run through all that money in that time. Because what was it? Let me see. $1.3 million in cash in 88. It's probably like 5 to 10 million of today's money, somewhere around about there. So I know he ain't spent all that, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say I know, but I'm thinking he don't. And back then, you could get away with a lot of them fake IDs and then using people's stuff because the system was a lot different. So after he built up a trail, a record of him being that person, it's easy to go get your ID renewed and whatnot. But damn it. Thank you. It's good to see you too, Kim. Tell mom I say, hey. Tell mom I say, hey. Tell her I still remember when she locked me to that damn radiator. But it's all love, Kim. It is all love. Tiffany, I see ye. Good morning to ye. Okay, so they knew he had several aliases and they never caught him. If it was you or me, they would have had us under the jail. Where's the money? Yeah, back during that time, I'd have went ahead and got up out the country. You know what I'm saying? Especially back then, it was easy to get up out of here back then too. 1988, I'd have been like, whoop, there he went. I'd have been... I don't know if I'd have went to Mexico first. I'd have went to Costa Rica, one of them countries where they didn't have extradition, and my name would have been, I would have changed my name to Felipe Blanco for real. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, that's my name in Spanish. I'd have been like Felipe Blanco. Philip who? I don't know who that is. I'm Felipe Blanco. Listen, I'm moving on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm moving on. Listen. I'm not advocating for nobody breaking no laws or none of that, because you know what I'm saying, the streets is dead. But I'm just saying, he came, pause. He saw, he took, he conquered, and he died peacefully. That part. She had to do that. You were a different kind of child. Look, me and your brother, me and Zeke. That's a fact. Oh, shiggity. No, she did hit me with that. I was a little, I'm sorry, I was a good child, Kim. I was just a little mischievous, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Lord have mercy. This next story, we going from a heist where the man took the money to this employee at Chick-fil-A, finding money and turned it in. Phil know the playbook. I ain't no. Listen, I'm chilling. I don't want no problems. Listen, this Chick-fil-A employee, I don't know. I'm being honest. I don't know if I'd have did what he did, but what he did was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a good thing morally. But we gonna talk about it. Y'all watch this, huh?
Jaden Cintron was hard at work at Chick-fil-A on Monday, but on Good Friday, his character was tested and he passed with flying colors. Kinston police say on Friday, almost $10,000 in cash was left in the restaurant's men's restroom beside the toilet. Cintron walked into the stall during his break like he always does and saw the cash.
Then I just picked it up and I brought it to Human Resources.
The money was inside 2 envelopes when he found it. I asked him why he didn't just keep the money for himself.
But that's not what Jesus would have done. That's not what God would have wanted.
Cintron said his faith guides his thought process.
Money is useless without character.
Kinston Police Chief Keith Goyette said it's amazing that Cintron did what he knew was right.
A lot of people will unfortunately take that money and run with it, but kudos to that employee at Chick-fil-A. Definitely deserves an award.
John McFall is the owner of the Chick-fil-A in Kinston. He said Cintron embodies the Chick-fil-A way.
A true leadership, true integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching, and Jay did that in this case, and he should be commended for it.
Cintron said the owner of the money found out he turned it in and offered him $500 for his good deed. Cintron declined the money several times before eventually accepting it. He said he didn't want a cash reward for simply doing what was right.
I don't want anything out of this. I did this because that's what Jesus would do.
Now, let me preface this by saying this is not money. This was not Chick-fil-A's money. This was not Chick-fil-A's money where somebody was stealing from Chick-fil-A or somebody was supposed to make a bank deposit and left it in the bathroom while they went blue, blue, plop, plop. No, this is somebody else, a private citizen or somebody that had a business that worked somewhere else. For me reading, it said it was 2 envelopes. One had, I think, $5,000, and the other one had right under $5,000 in it. Both envelopes had two different bank names on them. Like the person was supposed to make a deposit to one bank of the $5,000 and a deposit to the other bank with the rest or whatever. He found this money and turned it into HR. Got him $500 at a Chick-fil-A all-you-can-eat coupon. Do you think it was worth it? Do you think he offered him $500 because it wasn't sexy sugar mama? Listen, morally, righteously, the brother did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? WWJD, right? He did the right thing. He turned it in. However, they say, God bless the child that's got his own. Look, I know you're like, Phil, you're wrong, Phil. Listen, what have you grown up hearing? What's the saying y'all heard? Y'all grown up listening to or hearing? Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Listen, I'm just saying 500 is hella brazy. You hear me? Nelly Dale said those envelopes would have stayed in that stall empty to the mud. Huh? Nelly she'd have took a book up, and tucked them joints. Listen, like I said, what he did was morally right, Kim? The uptown way. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. It wasn't the person who claimed it money. Man, listen. that person, whoever it is, that boy saved probably his job, or if it was his own company, saved him a few thou in losses, or whatever the case may be. So the boy did the righteous thing, right? I'm just saying. He probably was, they say he denied the money at first, denied the little 500 at first. He probably was looking at him like, Bam, that's all you gonna offer me? I'm trying to give you the opportunity to at least offer me a G, a stack or something. You know what I'm talking about? King Skills, good morning to you. Charlie Hustle, what's goody like the mob? He'll get a bigger windfall of cash for doing the right thing. That's a fact, Charlie Hustle. I'm making light of it, but like I said, the brother did the right thing. Morally, spiritually, he did the right thing. I'm just saying, how many of y'all, if you keep it 1,000, how many of y'all would have turned that money in, huh? You ain't got to lie to another. Huh? I know what y'all would have did. Y'all would have tucked it. Some of y'all good individuals would have tucked that money in, huh? I'm gonna get up off that, but y'all know what y'all would have did. That guy will be blessed beyond what we could imagine. That's a fact of Mundo, Kim. That's a fact of Mundo. Rewind. What in the boo-boo was going on in the bathroom prior that made that person forget their cat? Right. What was Slim doing in the bathroom that he forgot that? Because ain't no way in the hell I'm going to forget all that money. And how the hell the money just was sitting or fell, or how it happened? How it happened? I'm like, I always think about it. You hear stories about armored trucks breaking down or crashing or something, and doors flying open and money going places. I heard of one such story in Baltimore to where they threatened a whole area. Like, if y'all don't return the money, we're going door to door and locking you up. I'd have been like, lock me up. You got to prove I got some of that money. No. Listen. Jay says, show woulda tucked and rolled. I know that's right. That's a fact, sexy sugar mama. But kudos to the young man for turning it over to HR. HR would have kept it though if no one came for it. Facts. That's the same thing. If you find money, substantial money, and you turn it over to the police department or whatever the case may be, I think it's what? It used to be 30 days. I don't know what it is now. But it used to be 30 days that the owner or somebody had to come and come to collect that money and prove that that was their money. And if nobody comes to collect it in 30 days, then that money becomes your money, allegedly. I don't know if it's still the same. I don't know if they changed the game. I don't know if police departments is keeping that now. I don't know. A lot of things has changed. But listen, why go 30 days when you can have it your way today? Jazzy, what's up, Jazz? Good morning to ye. What's up, Jazz? How's little man doing? How's TJ doing? Nelly Nell said, blessings come in many forms. She said, why put off tomorrow what you can have today? Blessings upon me, huh? Factor Mundo, a little Factor Mundo. I love that statement. Money is nothing without character. Let me take the money as I run. I will work on character on the way. You ain't just kidding. You ain't just kidding. See, that's the thing, right? Part of accountability and being real with yourself. Forget about being real with others, but being real with yourself is acknowledging your humanity, no matter how good or how flawed it is, right? And in this situation, that's a hell of a test. That's a hell of a temptation. Ooh, what should I do with this? Lord, I would have got the bubble guts. I'd have been like, oh no, I got to go home. Oh, something wrong with my stomach. I got to go. They do like, Mr. White, go on and clock out. Go on and clock out. We don't want you to have no accidents on the scene. Okay, I'm gonna do just that. I think I just got the little 24-hour bug. I just got to go bloop, bloop, plop, plop, flitch, flitch. Oh, what a relief it is. I'll be back tomorrow. Might be next week. Happy Monday, he's good, about to be the big one. I know that's right. I know that's right, Jazz. I know that's right. Listen, all I'm saying is we got to be real with ourselves. A lot more of y'all would have been tempted to keep that money than probably y'all want to admit. You know what I'm saying? Even y'all good church going folks, you would have to admit that you would have, even if you didn't keep it, you would have really pondered. You would have been sitting there talking, yeah, should I keep it? No, you know better. No, man, forget all that. You know, gas is up and food is high as a mug. I could use that. No, WWJD. Shut your ass up. I want to keep the money. No, turn it in. And then you then you go on and have at it and do whatever it is you're going to do, whether you turn it in or not. But all jokes aside, shout out to that young man and his integrity. Little Kim said I can pay tithes on it. Damn mad. Listen. Look. Jan said gas is up, damn it. That part there. I'm gonna keep it moving on. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Listen, this next lady, Courtney Jordan Esquire. I implore you to follow her on IG. She throws down a whole lot of tidbits and knowledge and information that you can use. Huh? I'm sorry, but HR would have had to sign something saying that if no one claimed it belonged to me. Listen, I know that's right. They'd have got you on that one section, sugar mom. They would be like, it was on the property of Chick-fil-A, so therefore it was Chick-fil-A's property. That's what they would have said. That would have pissed you off even more. Listen. But yeah, Courtney Jordan is putting up this warning about certain apps utilizing your phone, turning it on, utilizing your camera, looking through your messages and all type of things, even when you got the phone locked up, even when you're not looking through your phone and all the things. Y'all check this out, huh? And do what you need to do with your phone, huh? Ooh. What the hell? Uh-oh. We fix this ASAP like Rocky. Hold up. Had a little snafu. Where you at? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A little error. But yeah, there's her IG page, Courtney Jordan _ESQ, which stands for Esquire, if you don't know. Apologize about that. I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-man show. Sometimes some things happen. You feel me? Okay, here we go.
There is an iPhone setting that detects when apps access your camera, your microphone, and your location without permission. As a former federal prosecutor, I just discovered that mine was off. Here's exactly where to find it and why it matters. As someone who used to build federal cases, I know that unauthorized access is how surveillance gets installed. Go to Settings, Privacy and Security, App Privacy Report, and turn it on. Once enabled, your iPhone will log every time an app accesses your camera, your microphone, or your location. The timestamp is accurate down to the minute, and it shows whether the access was while you were using the app or once this is enabled, it will catch camera access while you were sleeping, location tracking on apps you never opened, microphone access to phone calls that lasted longer than the actual conversation, and apps running in the background when they should only work when you're actively using it. Turn this setting on right now and then check it again in a week. If you already have this setting on, tell me in the comments which app's unauthorized access surprised you the most.
Check your phone, get your phone right, because these Bammers ain't playing fair. Whether it be advertisers, whether it be the federales, whether it be some unscrupulous hackers, these Bammers is not playing fair when it comes to these peripherals, this technology, whether it be your computer, camera, whether it be your phone, your iPad, whatever the case may be. Try to secure your situation as much as possible. You say, I don't believe that either. They still gonna watch. Well, I'm just saying, you don't want to give them. If there's a way to try to stop it, Jazzy, then you try to stop it at least. You know what I'm saying? For every cause, there's an effect. For every action, there's a reaction. So for every bit of technology they got to peer into something. There's some technology to block that too. You feel me? But I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Record music mogul, exec, manager, podcaster, and online aficionado, Ray Daniels. Ray Daniels is in his Tesla going through a cemetery in the daytime, not even at nighttime. There was a story some years ago, maybe about 2-3 years ago, that I saw where they said Teslas, the technology in the Tesla cameras can pick up paranormal activity, as in people that are no longer here. This is why I'm showing this video, because he's a reputable person in the industry who has a name for himself. And he's in his Tesla going through the cemetery in broad daylight. And what he picks up is astounding, huh? Sophia Lee, GMG, what's goody like the mob? Charlie Hustle said, I turned it on immediately. Jazz said, right, well, let me turn it on too. That part, Jazzy. Y'all check this out. Ray Daniels, huh?
I just want y'all to say, man, look where we at, y'all. Somebody outside. I believe God is real. This is all proof to me. Look at this. Look at this. All the people here.
Nobody here.
Crazy.
Peep scheme, Wagwan Brethren, GMG. Listen, when the first time I heard of this phenomenon, I was skeptical, right? You can't believe everything you see, everything you hear on these internet streets. And sometimes people be putting together content and things to trick the eye, to push agendas, to push propaganda, to have you thinking one way about this, that, and the third. But I do respect Ray Daniels' mind and how he gives it up, because he to my personal watching, keeps it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like what he's saying or dislike what he's saying, he keeps it 1,000 about the industry, about artistry, about people in the streets, about a lot of things. So when I saw that video, I said that right there, I said, I got to share that, because that says something. Because I think the other video, they was going through the cemetery at nighttime or whatever. So that could have been, perceived as trickery and all kinds of things. But that Ray Daniels and whoever he was with was going through in broad daylight. And y'all seen the figures on the camera, and he showed you in real time. It wasn't no, he was recording and had something else. He showed you in real time. I said, Lord, have mercy. I think it's just picking up the remains or skeletons of people buried there. Nah, because a couple of them moved. A couple of them moved, Charlie Hustle. A couple of them was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. A couple of them was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Just moving around. Coco Mac, is that one lady, Coco? Good morning to ye. Good morning. Huh? No, there's a lot of bodies there. Looks like they were having some kind of meeting, right? They like, oh, we at the afterlife, go. They said, come on, girl, drop it like it's hot one time. Ow! That's crazy, but it's real talk. Hold on, let me get some lingerie and pose for the camera. I'm about to go Harley Quinn on them. Hey, QV, if you don't sit your ass down, girl. I'm just saying, Charlie Hustle, they was out there like, yeah, we comfortable, good. The party, can't you hear it in the background? Teddy Riley in the background going, jam, the party's not over. Oh, jam. And they just start standing up out the grave like, ooh, ooh, ready to get their little afterlife groove on them. I'm just saying, listen, I'll be making light of certain things and we be having a laugh or a chuckle or two or whatever the case may be. But I do want to say this. With the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, you never know what you're going to get. You might laugh, you might cry, you might get angry, you're going to get informed, you're going to find out about something, you're going to get inspired, and most importantly, you're going to get entertained. Excuse me. Dealing with everything that's recent topics, trending news, breaking news, and some facts that I think that you can use. Before I go any further, do me the solid. I don't care if you watch it from X, formerly known as Twitters, from Facebook, from Twitch, from Instagram, or even here on YouTube. Do me a favor. If you haven't done so as of yet, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Boop, up. While you're at it, hit that subscribe button. Boop, up. More importantly, after you've done so, hit that notification bell just like this. Bing! So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops. What? Whenever Feel the Love Fridays drop. What? Or anything else that I put on this Big Phil Speaks channel. What? You heard me, damn it. What? You heard me. That part, huh? Now back to our regularly scheduled program, huh? Peeps Gabe, salute my brother, salute. I'm just saying, we gonna keep it pushing though. Speaking of being as though Ray Daniels is has been a record exec and is a record manager and A&R and all these things, all these accolades, this next story is kind of Empire Records. I don't know if y'all seen the clippings or whatever the case may be. Allegedly, matter of fact, hold on, before I go any further, let me put my banner down there. It shows how you can support the movement, but also gives my disclaimer of allegedly. Everything I'm saying are allegations until proven otherwise. But allegedly, FBI Director Kash Patel, and I don't like that Bama anyway, announced yesterday, hold on, let me move this up. Announced yesterday that an investigation into Empire Records is underway, stating that once sufficient evidence is gathered, the entire company could face charges. This development follows claims that artists like XXX Tentacion, King Von, Young Dolph, Mo3, and PNB Rock had issues with payments from the label before their deaths, something Patel reportedly described as odd and suspicious. And you can see other artists, Doe B, DJ K Slay, Draco the Ruler, Mac Dre. Could these labels and or execs be in the betwixt and betweenst the bullshittery of these people's deaths? Who knows? Who knows? It could go on, and it could be a reason why some of these situations aren't being prosecuted properly, or all of the answers aren't being answered. I don't know, but allegedly, Empire Records, I hope that's not the situation. I hope that's not the situation, because you provide a way for independent artists to get distribution in a bigger way than the other DSPs or whatever the case may be. So I hope that's not what you're doing. I hope that's not what you're doing. Sounds like some bullshittery, though. Sounds like a bullshit, and it seems like it's some kind of history, because everyone they talk about is no longer here, and a lot of them met their demise through violence. You know what I'm saying? They were unalived or whatever the case may be. Polo Dolo Riders Solo. Shout out to All Star Jr. Speaking of which, they closed the Mac Dre case. I know they did, but you don't know what was behind it. Who knows? I know it was some street stuff behind it, but I'm just saying, I'm just going off of what they talking. But anyway, right, Jazz, yikes. But speaking of All Star Jr. and Ben 10 and this whole situation, I got a word to the wise to J. Prince Jr. I got a word to the wise to J. Prince Jr. You come from a lineage of greatness. You come from a lineage of a lot of mystique. You come from a lineage of power. You come from a lineage of heavy entrepreneurialism and a whole lot of street game to back it up. Street game, GAME. Y'all go by mob ties, but I do want you to understand that last word in that mob ties goes with another saying, the ties that bind. The ties that bind. Don't get bound up by your own ties. Don't get bound up by your own bullshittery. You need to sit down with Jay Prince. You need to sit down with your father and reevaluate some things. I don't know your business. I'm not in your business. I'm just saying there's a lot of mess and messiness going on that you seem to be around. Not necessarily in or a part of, but around. You need to start being more invisible. You need to start being more out of the way. You need to stop being in the center of shit. You need to stop being in 2 degrees of separation. Forget 6 degrees, 2 degrees of separation, huh? Talk to your daddy. Your daddy will learn you some stuff. I get it, y'all youngers come up in this day and age, y'all old folks, y'all old fellas don't know nothing. Times has changed. Your times has changed. I mean, technology has changed too. Meaning technology has gotten even greater when it comes to finding out, knowing stuff, and getting caught up in stuff. So Jay Prince, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and stay the hell out of the way. Stay out of the way. Because if not, you're going to find yourself in the way and on the way up the road to where your dad, your siblings, the people that rock with you ain't going to be able to help you get out of. And we don't want that for you. We got too many of our black execs, young and old, caught up in bullshittery. We got too many of our execs of our persuasion caught up in the muck and mire. I get it. I get it. There's ties that bind to the street, but the streets are dead. If it ain't the people in the streets telling, it's the technology getting you sold up. It ain't my business what you got going on, so have at it. But word to the wise, you better learn to move differently so that mob ties don't end up being the ties that bind your ass to a RICO or to a CCE or to some heavy case. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that be. But somebody get that to Jay Prince Jr. Let him know he better chill. You better sit back like Big Phil, like, I don't want no problem. I don't want no problems. And insulate yourself about 5 layers deep, at least. Get the hell away from the bullshittery. You shouldn't be walking on the screen as stuff is going down right there with your peoples. With other people's. No matter who was at fault and what was what. You shouldn't have been walking across the screen for nothing. Like, look, yeah, because as much as they might have wanted your pops at one time, Slim, with all these little things, trust me, they got a dossier probably with your name on it. And they just putting stuff in that folder till they feel like it. Till that thing get about this thick. And then they go be like, it's time. It's time. But shout out to Jay Prince. Shout out to Mob Ties. Shout out to Ben 10. Shout out to All-Star Jr. Shout out to the South. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to all of them. Be careful out here. You hear me? Because it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to keep it pushing. I just felt led to say something when I saw that or whatever the case may be. Moving on, speaking of the industry, we got Ebro, Laura, Paul Rosenberg, that is, trying to get their money. They say that Hot 97 is not coming up off their bread, they final checks and all that, or whatever the case may be. I smell a lawsuit coming. I don't know how true it is, so this is all allegedly, but I smell a lawsuit coming on. They better. If they owe them money like that, they better. Y'all listen to this, huh?
They owe us money. They owe us a lot of money, and they don't want to pay us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And by the way, that's a union contract.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
We're dealing with
that
our
is
union.
not. Yes, that's a union deal. They're going against the union. So
Laura, I thought you were good.
It's all about unions.
No, I'm not.
But I thought me and Ebro they're claiming for with cause and not you.
Oh yeah, but when our girl was trying to be like, okay, so what's up with Laura? Crickets.
So and it's not popping. Okay, so yeah, all of us are getting done completely dirty. Someone decided it's bad, and probably bad because this is the irony. The one of the riffs was political, and this is the Trump model. When you're big and you have lots of money, you don't pay people. Let them sue you. You're not going to play the game with me. Let's work out a deal. I'll give you a few bucks on the dollar. This is what happens. This is the game they want to play. It's the same thing that I'd be dealing with if I try to get out of the rental apartment that I have right now that I'm not sure I want to be in. They own hundreds of buildings. Break the contract. We'll sue you. What are you going to do? They don't care. This is America, baby. We just got America. They know they can beat us out. But that's what they think.
Right,
I don't know what's going on up there at Hot 97. That's New York radio business. However, what I do know is they've been getting people up out of there. They've been getting people up out of there, making room for other individuals. Some people happy with it, some people not too happy about it. But at the end of the day, if you owe them their money, go on and write them that check. Y'all got the bread. So what's the problem, huh? I'm gonna move on from that, but hopefully Ebro, Laura, and Peter get their bread, get their money done. Hopefully they will, but it might be a long time coming. I don't know if I spoke on this on the last show, but Johnny Dang, the Houston, Texas jeweler, who's the jeweler to the stars. His establishment got raided, evidence collected. They say that he's out here passing out moissanite and lab-created diamonds and charging people as if they are naturally grown diamonds. And they saying it's fraud. I don't know. But what I do know is the feds are mounting up. I don't know what they got or if they got anything out of it. I saw a video where Sauce Walker at one point was speaking out in a way, and he said, your work ain't right. I can't come back to you. I had to go to somebody that used to work for Johnny Dang, who blew the whistle, and told us a lot of them celebrities, oh, this dude been getting y'all for years. So a lot of that jewelry, that trunk jewelry, that big jewelry, them big charms, that big chains, them grills and all those things were a lot less, were worth a lot less than what a lot of people thought they was paying for, huh? More than the feds, to me, that's dangerous because you not only dealt with celebrities, but you also dealt with street dudes. And one thing I know, if street dudes ain't get what they pay for, they want to come get it back in blood or whatever the case may be. I'm not advocating for no violence, so I'm going to stay silent. Y'all watch this, huh?
All y'all rappers' jewelry, fake as hell. Johnny Dang's Houston jewelry store just got raided by federal agents. Allegedly, he has been passing off lab-grown diamonds as real diamonds. It's being said that multiple complaints were filed to authorities over the last few years after Johnny Dang sold multiple customers diamonds for millions of dollars, claiming that they were mined overseas. Authorities notified multiple customers and encouraged them to go get their diamonds professionally tested, whereas they found out that majority of the customers' diamonds were fake. It's being said that Johnny Dang has defrauded customers for over $200 million. Diamond mining has been slowing down over the last 20 years, so they're saying that Johnny Dang could have been defrauding customers for at least the last 10 years. So if you bought a chain, a grill, a ring, whatever the case may be from Johnny Dang, 9 times out of 10 is probably fake.
Man, listen. I think this ain't going to end good no matter how you look at it. I don't think it's going to end good no matter how you look at it. Like I said, if what they saying, if the allegations are true, the feds is coming. if what they saying is true, some of these celebrities and or street figures gonna be coming. Pause, no Diddy. Johnny Dang, I think you better get out the way or make the right recompenses. You better give some people their money back because that there is different. You charging $200,000 for something worth $25,000 retail, boy, and lying about it. That's a problem. It's a different. You buy something for the low and you sell it for a lot higher. That's cool. But if you're misrepresenting what it is you're selling, that's where the problem comes in. That's where the problem comes in, huh? And understand something. Lab-created diamonds are chemically diamonds. They're just created a different way. So because they're able to be created a different way and faster, they're a lot cheaper in value than, say, naturally mined and cut diamonds. But for those that don't know, they don't know. I messed with King Johnny in the same plaza right next to him. Johnny Dang just felt janky. I know that's right, Charlie Hustle. I know that's right. Listen. Sugar Mama said, oh, wow. Listen, I'm going to keep moving. This next story, I'm getting more and more serious as I go along. This next story, before I show you the video, the video is troubling for a couple different reasons. But I will say this, parents, mothers, fathers, aunties, grandmama and grandpapa, big mama, old man, y'all start listening to your kids. Y'all start listening to your grandkids. I don't give a damn how much in love you is with somebody. I don't give a damn how well they putting it down. I don't care how well they throwing it in a circle. I don't care how deep your emotions are. You better start paying attention to your household. You better start watching for the signs, and you better start listening to your kids and stop choosing your boyfriends, and in some cases, spouses over your children when it comes to certain allegations. Because you're going to create an environment that something's going to go wrong or something has gone wrong, and that child either is not going to forgive you, or something might happen to that child, or something you might put yourself in a way that gets you some time or get in trouble out of something that could have been nipped in the bud or dealt with when the child came to you. Y'all pay attention to this video, right? What seemed like a mother was about to get on her daughter for staying out later than she was supposed to, shoe in hand and all. Y'all know how black mothers get down. They grab anything, you feel me? Which turned into sounding like something totally different. Something totally different. Y'all pay attention to your kids. Uh-oh. I'm about to cue up the wrong video. Have at it.
Come on in the house. What's up? Why you standing out? And Katie, Aiden, y'all, there she go. Come on in. So why are you just getting here? I told you go to that birthday party and bring your ass home last night. So you just coming home to my house, and the boys just get here from their family house. So why were you here?
It's because you wasn't here, and I just went to your house because you was at work. And your man was here. I don't want to be around him.
Okay.
And our cousin wasn't here either.
Okay, what you mean you don't want to be around him? What the fuck
Because he keeps staring at me.
Girl, if you don't listen to your child, like you automatically just start jumping down her throat. Like, damn, listen to her, hear her out.
He be peeping in my room and stuff.
Okay, when this man started peeping in your room, really?
Peeping in my room.
Okay, so what you trying to say? He trying to do something?
He always peeping at me.
Okay, that man don't want you. That man do not want you, girl, please.
That's why I didn't tell you, because you always choosing him over me.
Now that's a damn shame. Baby, ain't no Peter Wacker that damn good for me to choose him over my child concerns. Y'all be so damn desperate to be with somebody that y'all will throw y'all child to the wolves.
I choose him over you when I'm telling you this man don't want your ass. Okay, but you ain't been telling me this. You telling me now? And I promise you better be out there telling them girls and your friends that Because that man do not want you. Stop lying on my man.
The way I want to jump through this phone, man, that shit need to be studied. I know kids be lying, but how you just gonna automatically say she lying without even investigating? Baby, investigate the situation before you sit here and just automatically say she lying. Damn.
You okay? Why the fuck you been told me then if this man been looking at you? Bro, get out my face lying on my man. You disrespectful. You lying. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Lying on that man. Grown disrespect ass. It matters. Don't lie on my man. Disrespect ass.
Jealous of your child instead of protecting her is insane.
Come on in the house. What's up? Why you standing there? Katie, y'all, there she goes. Come on in.
My bad. I ain't meaning to have it rolling over. But yes, listen to your children. This man ain't even your husband. What the hell he doing peeking in her door? Obviously, the way he looking must make your daughter feel away. Make it make sense. Are you that disconnected as a parent to your own child that you can tell when your daughter is BSing and lying and all that? I could definitely tell when mine be lying. But I damn sure ain't gonna take an accusation like that like it's light or slight. I'm not. Especially the person I am where I observe too much. I'm not. You think it's a skit, Nelly, now? I don't know. Big Phil, that might be a skit. Both of them ladies are content creators, the mother with the frying pan and the lady in the car. I don't know. Could be. But a very real situation either way, Young Dreads. Very well situated. Connie Baptiste said kids lie. Yeah, they do. But do you value your little frivolous relationship over your children to not at least investigate, to at least start paying attention, to at least maybe put some measures in, maybe a couple cameras or something, so you can start paying attention, observing and watching, whether you believe your children or not? Sophia said, yeah, real story somewhere. Do you value your relationship more than you value your children? And it's and the ugly part is there are a lot of parents. I'm not going to just say mothers. A lot of parents that do that exact same thing because they be so wrapped up into whoever they laying down with, whoever they are courting, dating, and or possibly married to. They'll put them way before the children and put their children in harm's way. And then years later, tell them, I should have did something. I should have known. If your ass would have listened, paid attention, observed, investigated, heeded what your child was saying, you might have foregone some of the bullshittery and things that have taken place and happened. So you won't have that regretful moment years later. I'm going to let that go and keep pushing. This next story, just in case that was a skit, this next one, unfortunately, isn't a skit. This next story is about a Detroit rapper who's ATL based at the time. Pregnant. I think 14 weeks or some shit like that. Excuse my English on a Monday morning. Pregnant. Gunned down in the middle of the night in her Range Rover. Goes by the name of Sadiddy. It's a lot behind this story. A lot, but I want y'all to watch this video first.
Woman has been found dead with multiple gunshot wounds to the head in southeast Atlanta.
Detectives say this happened on Springside Place, just south of Cleveland Avenue. The call came in early this morning around 1:20 with police finding the woman in the driver's seat of an SUV in the middle of the road.
Now, this pictures being floated around with a gentleman they say is allegedly the baby's father, who happens to be married to somebody else, who they are alleging got her out of the way, unalived her, so as to keep his marriage intact. Allegedly, she was his secret, big secret, or whatever the case may be. The problem is Sadiddy is well liked and well loved in both Detroit and Atlanta, in the ATL region. And there's a lot of people that are involved in this situation. And a lot of people aren't going with how things are seemingly playing out. And at first, it was said that she was robbed or whatever the case may be. And true indeed, she might have been robbed or made to look like she was robbed, but they said she was shot in, YouTube censors, in the face. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. 4 times, that's personal. That's personal. Very personal. Right, very beautiful young lady. Very beautiful young lady. And had a very promising career ahead of her in the rap game. She was already making waves. Y'all can check throughout IG and across these internet streets. You'll see stories about her. You'll see music by her. You'll see different people, even celebrities and rappers, speaking up about her in disbelief. Those that really knew her or had some kind of bond or friendship with her. Frank Murphy, DC Mumbo Sauce. I know, brother. I know. The next one is even deeper than this. I don't know what went down with this situation, but there's some people alleging that they know exactly what went down with this situation. It's early in the game, so we don't know what the investigation is unveiling or has found out. But it seems like the streets already know, allegedly. Like I said, they're putting this gentleman's face out there, him and his wife. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because it would be foul if by chance it's found out that it wasn't him or he had no involvement with it or, or whatever the case may be. And even if he did not want her to bear the child or whatever the case may be, that doesn't necessarily say that he has something to do with it. But it don't say that he didn't either, right? So at this moment, I'll refrain from showing his face. You can go on IG and look around. You'll see it. You'll definitely see it. But for me, I can't do that unless I know that sucker was involved. If he did this, that's cowardice. If he did this, that ain't no man time. That's some sucker-ish. If he did this. All because he allegedly laid up with her, knocked her up, got her pregnant, and all these things. Fellas, you better start using this more than you use that. If you don't want to risk losing your home, your wife, your situation, don't mess it all up for a moment's pleasure. Or stop trying to be the man outside, and you trying to see how many you can have on a string and how many women you can, be dealing with or whatever the case may be. And then can't handle the repercussions of your actions, i.e. getting a girl pregnant. Because even though you got the choice to do whatever you want to do, you don't have a choice to say whether or not she keeps it or gets rid of the baby. You don't have no say-so in that. So if you can't handle the repercussions, if you can't handle what come with gallivanting around trying to be a gigolo or Casanova or all of these things, stay at home with your wife. Make it right. Make it so that whatever loving you getting outside of the house, you're getting it inside your house. I get it. I get it. Sadiddy looking pretty than a mug. I get it. She looking a little thicker than a snicker in her little self. God bless the dead. R.I.P. to her. But is it worth the scrutiny? Is it worth the jail time? Is it worth her friends and associates coming at you? Is it worth being locked up possibly for the rest of your life? Is it worth, because it's all coming out now anyway, you potentially still losing your marriage? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That's it. What's the old saying? You play with fire, you bound to get burnt. Ladies, you don't escape this this verbal lashing. Stop being so thirsty to lay up with this one and that one because you think they somebody, because you think they got a pocket, because you think they can buy you this, that, and the third. Because if stuff like this, you don't know if they got something else going on. You don't know whether or not they want you to have their child or don't. You don't know what they bring into the table, meaning extracurricular diseases and infections that they could give you. You don't know where their mental psyche is at in case y'all get into arguments, get into disagreements, or you decide to have a baby that they don't want. You don't want to be in a position, you don't want to be on the shit end of the stick. You don't want to be in the position, unfortunately, that Sadiddy was in. No, they don't yet, Jazz. They don't. That's why I'm not putting this picture out there. But it's a lot of reputable people. A lot of reputable people feeling away. That's close down in that in them ATL streets or whatever. Something don't smell right with this situation. May this beautiful young woman be able to rest in peace. May her family be able to get justice. May her friends and associates be able to find some kind of peace and solace and remember the good things about this young lady. May whoever did this be found out. And if it isn't that man or his woman, or whatever the case may be, and they have no involvement in this, a lot of people, I believe, owe that man an apology because there's certain people that put his picture all over the internet. More than an apology. However, if he did it, he deserved everything that come with that. Why would he be that stupid and cold, though? It just don't add up. Well, Jazz, when people don't think, when in situations like that, and you up against the wall and you about to lose everything, sometimes you don't think straight. You don't think like, rational. And it seemed like he was thinking on the fly. If what they saying is true. Because again, they said it looked like a robbery. But again, somebody hit you 4 times in the face. That's personal. My first thought when I heard about it, I said, okay, she must have ran off with somebody money that she was dealing with, or ran off on the plug or something. But what I'm hearing is a little bit deeper than that. Allegedly. But 4 times in the face, that's personal. That's vindictiveness. That's anger. But again, if you're not playing around in these streets, you ain't got to deal with the stuff that come along with it. Exactly, Jazz. Exactly. She said it wasn't a robbery. She had all the jury on, but it was being reported initially. I just hope that Sadiddy get justice for with whoever did it or whatever the case may be. And think about it. Unless she was going, think about this, Jazz. It was what, 1 something in the morning or whatever. Generally, what you doing out that late? You leaving a club or leaving a function or whatever the case may be, going home or going to your boo-boo bun thing, or you might be stopping the cop a little ooh-wee. Whatever the case may be. If by chance she was pregnant by this dude could have, let's talk, baby. Let's make this right, baby. And got her to meet him somewhere. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm speculating just like everybody else. I'm just speculating. But the whole thing is odd. May Sadiddy rest in peace. Her story leads me to this next story that has got the internet in a chokehold at the moment. If you think this story is something that leaves a lot of questions unanswered and a lot of answers that need to be had, this next story definitely does. Definitely does. This next story is of a young lady by the name of Ashley Janae. And what seemed to be a romance, a match made in somewhere. I don't know if it was heaven or what, but a good match for her. And she was living the life, at least visually. Who not only went on an excursion with her boo-boo bun thing to Tanzania, Africa, for her birthday. Ooh, that sound dope, don't it? I don't know why, Connie. I saw your comment right there. Maybe it was a word you put into it that got flagged or whatever. Who knows? But she got proposed to on said same trip and then unalived herself. It don't add up. Y'all watch this, would you? Ashley Janae with her gorgeous self.
Thank you, my baby. I don't wish this on nobody.
A 31-year-old influencer was found dead in a hotel room just days after her husband proposed to her. Ashley Janae was reportedly discovered unresponsive inside a hotel in Tanzania. Authorities say her husband, John McCann, has been detained and is under investigation. The couple had been on a luxury vacation that appeared perfect online, just days before he had proposed during her birthday celebration. Photos showed smiles, celebrations, and what looked like a happy moment. Then everything suddenly changed. Investigators are now examining whether the death may have been staged. Officials have not released full details, but the case is being treated as suspicious. What's raising more questions is what happened after. Social media posts continued, appearing normal. Meanwhile, Ashley had frequently shared their relationship online, but many noticed he rarely posted about her in return. That contrast is now drawing attention. Her family reportedly learned what happened through emergency contact notifications. The investigation is ongoing and more details are expected. How much of what we see is real and how much is hidden?
I'll get back to that picture in a minute. Take this in. Let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. Right, she was gorgeous, was she, Jazz? Who normally, now you can't speak for somebody's mental state because you don't know what's going on inside somebody's mind. But in the midst, and they need to stop calling him her husband because they wasn't married fiance because she said yes to the proposal, but they weren't married, so that's not her hubby. So that's the first correction. Who gets depressed enough to want to unalive themselves in the midst of celebrating your birthday and in a foreign country? They had their accommodations was luxurious. They really were enjoying the life. There's more pictures and video footage of them while they out and about on this excursion. And you get proposed to. And you can see by the end of that last video, she jumped up on him and she was very happy. What could have changed that? What could have changed that? That's because he wasn't into her like she was into him. Something, something just ain't right. Thus the title of today's show, episode 289 of them things of the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Something, something just ain't right, just ain't right. No, 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 no. Listen, Ashley Janae, a lot of her friends, her best friend, people that know her in the industry, other friends and associates say, that's not her personality. That's not her. I would think somebody would know whether she suffered with depression. Sometimes nobody knows. But it seemed like everything in her life was going right. And I'm not saying that man, Joe McCann, that's his name, had anything to do with it, but he's being held in question. I saw a report where first they saying that she was found and rushed to the hospital right away. I saw another report that said he didn't report it for a couple of days. So I don't know what's true there. 2, what could have happened? What could she have found out? What could he have found out if it was him? Or what could have transpired that would have caused that young lady's death, whether she took her own life or something was done to her? What took place? Because how do you go from it being the best time of your life, the biggest moment of your life? They say, when somebody proposes to you, is one of the greatest things of your life, to wanting to end it all. Something don't seem right at all. She went through his phone, or somebody called, or they contacted her. Something, Polo Dolo. What did he do to her while there? That part. And there are some questions as to whether or not her taking her own life was staged or not. Polo Dos scene he was a mook is crazy. I'm just saying, that's a lot. Could you imagine time of your life? Fellas, you got your boo-boo bun thing, baby. I'm about to take you halfway around the world for your birthday, 31st birthday. Young tenderoni she is. I'm about to take you on this all-paid excursion. You just bring your bags, baby, and we gonna have a wonderful time. I got it all set up. You already in the back of your mind know I'm about to propose to her. This is my one. I'm about to propose to her. And you get there, the scene is right, the scenery, the animals, the right out there balcony or porch. You saw wild, look like bison or whatever they was, caribou, and giraffe that they fed with a big old bucket, a big old basket of food or whatever the case may be. And on the floor was white and red roses that said happy birthday to her. Oh, everything was laid out. You walking with the lioness. And your boo-boo bun thing, I mean, you get down on one knee to celebrate your boo-boo bun thing and open that case up. Would you marry me? And yes, I'll marry you. And jump all in your arms. The happiest moment of your life, right? Why would she then go unalive herself? I'm speaking from one side of the coin. Now let's flip that side of the coin. You get a call from your boo-boo bun thing, ladies. You know your birthday coming up. Baby, I love you. Let's go somewhere special. Let's go somewhere special. Where we going? Let's go to Tanzania, Africa. Huh? Oh, I ain't never been there. Don't worry about it. I got everything taken care of. Flight arrangements. You know what I'm saying? Our luxurious stay at this resort and all the activities already ready for you, baby. I just need you to pack a bag and be ready to go. Oh, I'm gonna pack my bag right now. Let's go. You get on that flight, you get there, and you oohed and ahhed by all the things, the animals I spoke about earlier, you know, and this video footage of her holding the basket up, feeding the giraffe and all kinds of things in the waters, beautiful waters. Y'all walking behind that lioness again, and you just taking it all in. He's like, oh, this is so beautiful. And he said, hold up, baby, hold up. I need to ask you something. Then you turn around and see him get on his knee. Whoop, whoop, and he opens that case and shows you that ring. Would you marry me? Yes, I'll marry you. Ah! And all the things. What could have happened from the happiest moment of your life to you being unalived? Whether you unalived yourself or somebody unalived you. Make it make sense. In another country at that, that's a fact. Young Drea said, another beautiful woman gone too soon indeed. The weird part is she did look happy, and if she was acting, she did an excellent job. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, they're saying that there was some tweets or some comments left under certain posts because she would post them. He never posted them, but she posted them. And people were saying, oh, he going to do something to you, or he going to unalive you, or da-da-da-da-da. In hindsight, people are saying, trying to read more into it, as opposed to maybe it was somebody trolling because he's one persuasion and she's another. We don't know, right? Because we don't know the gist of why these folks left these comments. But something don't seem right about her death. Now, very well could be that she did not unalive herself. Very well could be that he didn't have anything to do with it. Could be something else unscrupulous from one of the workers or people in and around that resort or place where they were in Tanzania. Could be, because we've heard of things like that happen in Mexico, and Cancun, and other little spots and other things, right? So it is all possible, but something ain't right. Something is just not right. And if it's true that he waited a couple of days before he notified the authorities, then that Bama got something to do with that. Because who the hell is going to sit there and allow their new fiance to sit there dead, dying and or dead, to be such for 2 days and not report it? I don't care how in shock or in pain or hurt you are. Who's going to do that? Who? Polo Dolo said he did that. He did that. Man, listen. I'm just saying. It's a lot more to this story that meets the eye. And she, hold on, let me put her picture up. Gorgeous young girl, too. Little sexy chocolate thing, huh? Sexy, like the group Sexy Chocolate. R.I.P. to Ashley Janae. My condolences to her family, friends in this loss. May judgment be done in this situation. May the truth be made plain. May we find out, may her family, more importantly, find out what truly happened to her. May justice prevail through it all. Lord, have mercy. But again, there's two sides, it's three sides of this, because like I said, somebody outside could have did this, right? She very well could have unalived herself, right? He damn sure could have did something to her, right? But it's something to learn in all this. Ladies, be careful of who you align yourself with. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Just because he can spoil you and take you places and do things for you and with you doesn't mean he's the right one for you. There are some very evil individuals that got money. There's some good people too, but there are some very evil ones. So you have to be careful and pick and choose whom you would like to align yourself with. Fellas, be careful of who you court, who you trying to date, who you trying to align yourself with. Everybody ain't rap tight. Everybody ain't got your best interests at heart. You don't know unless you get to know. I don't know how long they were dating or whatever the case may be, but you don't truly know what's in the mindset of somebody until after some time, right? And sometimes it takes a long time or whatever the case may be to find out some of the flaws or the issues of other people. Saying this in the case that she did battle depression or whatever the case may be, right? So you don't know what it is you're signing up for, if that be the case. Thirdly, for both men and women, vet where it is you're going. Vet the history behind these resorts and the safety reviews and all of the things, because when you go to other countries, you're miles away from home. You're outside of the United States jurisdiction. And a lot of these other countries don't have the same laws and or security that you may be afforded here in the United States. So be careful when you go to other countries. There's plenty of stories of people being unalived and snatched and kidnapped and all tortured and trafficked and all kinds of things from other countries. Hell, some of that's happening here, but in other countries. And there's not as much legal recompense or wherewithal to help in the situation. So you should do your due diligence as to, like I said, the history, the security, and if there's been any improprieties or bullshiggery that's happened in the area, in the state, in the country, in the resort that you're going to, or whatever the case may be. Nobody can say that any of this would have been avoided if they did. Hell, if by chance he did it, he could have very well did it on United States soil. My only thought, and this is allegedly, if he did do it, maybe he thought by being so far away and on foreign soil and in Africa that they wouldn't do as much about it or investigate it to the length that they are as they would have in the United States. P.O.V said Tanzania is one of the most beautiful, most peaceful places in Africa. Trouble comes to you if you're seeking trouble, and trouble around trouble or bring trouble to you due to ignorance. Yo, we not allowed to mention the orange man in the comments. I have wrote a paragraph, and the next thing you know, the video says something wrong and booted me out. What are you talking about, Young Dreads? You talking about in my live? I don't see no comments from the orange man. You talking about somewhere else? What you talking about? Because I don't see it on my end at all, Young Dreads at all. Hold on, let me scroll back. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I might have to look on YouTube or whatever later. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful woman in the prime of her life. seemingly everything going right. But we never know, right? Because sometimes people put on faces, but really be going through things behind the scenes. We don't know if he's been treating her 100% right the whole time or not. Yeah, I have wrote now, it was not the time to be going out of the country, and I had mentioned his name, and it was stop. I don't know. I didn't. I'm sorry that happened. Maybe they. I don't know. Who knows? You two might be tripping. Who knows? But who knows what their relationship is like, and what it's been like, and what it's been about. Who knows? We'll never know. Seems like her best friend feels a certain way about it. Seems like her best friend might got intimate knowledge into their relationship and would possibly be one of the ones who would really know her friend intimately as far as her mental state. Because usually your best friend you confide in. Usually your best friend is the one that you'll tell your deepest secrets, whether it be about being depressed, whether it be about whether my man is beating on me or being verbally abusive, or I feel like he's cheating, or one of these things. Usually your best friend is the go-to for either side of this coin, right? They say he's being held. I don't know. Some of the pictures I've seen, he does got this look about him, that look away. But that just could be his look, right? But it's weird. Again, it's weird. On her birthday, time of her life, on an adventure of her life, proposed to, proposed to, seemingly at the happiest moment of your life. Within that moment to a day or so later, you unalive yourself. Make that make sense. That don't make too much common sense. Even though common sense ain't common these days, it don't make common sense. She was a beautiful young woman, and like the other one, may they both rest in peace, and I pray for justice for them both. That's a fact, sexy sugar mama. That's a fact. Peep Scheme said, I can't wait till the Most High come get all the evil ones. I know that's right, brother. Get them up out of here. You hear me? Get them up out of here. I'm just saying, be mindful. Be mindful. There's a lot that can be said and a lot to be learned in these situations. Stop chasing what's outside. Stop chasing the perception. Stop chasing the bag. Stop chasing buns and tatas. Stop chasing just beauty aesthetics. Stop chasing BBLs. Stop chasing all the curves you see. Everything that look good ain't good for you. Ladies, just because he look handsome and got a pocket don't mean he's right for you. Just like I said in the last situation. I know for me, if you still chasing what's outside, then you're not for me anyway. If you still chasing what's outside, don't let that go over nobody here. If a person is chasing what's outside, they're not for you anyway, unless you trying to stay outside and be amongst the outside. And that's a proverbial statement. Some of the things we get ourselves involved with come from our own undoing, involvement, attaching ourselves to this one or that one, aligning ourselves, getting in a relationship with, condoning, turning a blind eye, acting naive, or just being in the middle of ignorant bliss. We don't know what truly happened in this situation. But could her wants and intentions played a part in it? What she wanted, what she expected, what type of man she wanted to date, as opposed to dating the right man, the right man for her. If he did this, if he had nothing to do with this, could he have been dating the right person for him, not necessarily knowing where she's at mentally and what she deals with, if she indeed unalived herself? A lot of ifs, a lot of answers that need to be had. If he did something to her, ladies, is the bag worth losing your life? Is the bag worth you being abused, disrespected, pushed to the side, treated like garbage? Is the money that you may or may not even get or be able to accumulate from dealing with all the bullshittery, is it worth you losing your life? Is it worth you getting verbally, physically, spiritually, emotionally abused? Is it worth it? Very sad, right, Peeps Game? Very sad. I want y'all to ask yourself that. Is it worth it? Just because people got a title, just because they got a certain amount of money, just because they got public standing, just because they might be popular individuals in your city, your state, your town, in any category, whether it's entertainment, sports, or business, or whatever the case may be, does not necessarily mean that they're the right one for you or the best person for you, because it doesn't speak to their character or who they are outside of the public persona. They try to say that she hung herself, Connie Baptiste. They're trying to say that she hung herself, which again doesn't make sense to happen at the best time of your life, in the best moment of your life. It don't make sense. But in this day and age we live in, a lot of things don't necessarily make sense. Things aren't always what they seem to be for the cameras. You want life to seem one way, but in reality, it's just a facade. That's a fact of mundo. That's a fact of mundo. That's why men and women just got to be more careful. Stop being so frivolous. Stop being so stupid. Stop being so naive. Stop being so gullible. Stop being so negatively calculating rather, just to fulfill your physical or mental want, or what you perceive as a need in the moment. In the last situation with the rapper Sadiddy, did she know whether that man was married? Did she know that man was married? If she knew that man was married, she should have never been dealing with him from the giddy up. That's if she knew. But that man knew he was married. That man knew if he had some involvement in it. He knew what he was doing. In this situation, if by chance this man had something to do with Ashley Janae's unaliving, were there signs that she could see ahead of time where she knew or had that discernment that she shouldn't have never took her ass overseas with him in the first place for whatever reason? Because sometimes the answer be right there before us. We might not be able to see it directly. We can smell it, sometimes taste it, pause, but we can't see it. But our discernment kicks in and tells us what it is, but we won't listen to it. For those that don't know what discernment is, your gut feeling. Too many beautiful lives being lost. Somebody that could be valuable to us in the future, life is just gone. Whether she did unalive herself or it was taken, her life was taken. Same thing with Sadiddy. She had a lot to offer by way of her entertainment and her craft. And who knows what tomorrow would have brought, i.e., her importance to our community. Who knows? But we'll never know these things because their lives are cut short in one way or the other. All for love, or was it all for lust? Was it all for trying to find forever with somebody? Or was it all for living for the moment, no matter what came with that moment? We got to be careful of what and who we allow in our circle, in our world, in our space, who we fall in love with, who we align ourselves with, who we lay down with, who we do business with, who we entertain, who we call friends. A lot of things aren't built the correct way. Then we hear stories and see stories and wonder how things could crumble, how things could fall by the wayside, how things could go astray and, you know, end up such as this situation, end up such as the rapper Sadiddy, end up as the many others we've heard about, men and women who've lost their lives, uh, either to the streets, either to faulty or bad relationships, or to their own mental psyche not being where it should be. I can see sadness in her eyes, but I also see a lot of strength as well. It's like she's sad but calculated. It doesn't make sense to me either, but only God knows. Only God knows. Is that question one's inner being asked, do I want to do this? It's that question one's inner. What's up, Jola? Salute, by the way. People only tell you as much as they feel you need to know. He could have been in a whole other relationship. There's no pictures on his page of her. Aha. Double life then with her posting a proposal. Aha. Listen, could be. But then also, there's other pictures and videos of them at basketball games and places. She's a content creator. She posts a lot online. And they did like a skit together about going to get tacos. So he was down with the get down, allegedly. So I don't know, but that's a great question, Sexy Sugar Mama. If you go to her page, you'll see like he was in on some of her skits or whatever, especially the taco one. And I thought that was dope how they put it together. But you never know. He could have a double life. He could have a triple life. Maybe she found out something she wasn't supposed to find out. Maybe she heard something that she wasn't supposed to hear. Maybe them being in Tanzania just wasn't about the vacay, about her birthday, and about the marriage proposal. Maybe he had some other business he was taking care of that, and she became a witness to something that she shouldn't have heard or saw. Who knows? Who knows? It's a deep situation. It's a deep situation. All I'm going to say is, people, do your best to try and make the best decisions morally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and damn sure physically when it comes to the individuals you engage with. We grown, so have at it. Just be responsible. be able to deal with whatever could come with whatever it is you're doing, with whoever you're doing it with, wherever y'all going to do it at. You feel me? So that stories like this one with Ashley Janae and the story of Sadiddy aren't a thing anymore. I don't care if you need a moment's passion or a moment's pleasure or a moment's sense of belonging or feeling loved or touched. Don't let that get you in a bind that costs you your freedom, your life, your health, your mental fortitude or mental stability. Think beyond that. Build your foundations. I say this all the time. Build your foundations in relationships, in friendships, in business. Build the foundation the proper way first. Get to know whoever it is that you want to call friend, whoever it is you want to call lover, whoever it is you want to call a spouse at a time. Hell, whoever it is you might want to go in business with. Lay the proper foundation. Get to know what you need to know about the individuals so you can properly assess whether or not this person is worth your time, your energy, your talents, your gifts, your body, your commitment, your love, your loyalty, etc., 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 so that we have less of these type of situations. Ashley Janae, may you get justice in whatever took place, and may you be able to rest in peace, and may your family be able to find peace in the loss and be comforted in their time of mourning. Those minutes in passion can cost you your life, unfortunately. Jola, talk about it. You hear me? Everything that glitters ain't gold. And just because she got a punani 20 don't mean it's the one for you. Just because he got a long ladies, pause, no diddy, don't mean it's the one for you. Just because he got a hell of a bag or she got a hell of a bag don't mean it's the one for you. Just because he got a title or some kind of notoriety or celebrity, or she got a title, notoriety, or celebrity, don't mean they're the one for you. Y'all better start going to God for answers. Y'all better start praying for answers, and you better start being patient enough to listen and see the answers come to fruition, and or pay attention to your own discernment. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's kind of somber, but R.I.P. to Ashley Janae, R.I.P. to Sadiddy. I pray that you all have a wonderfully blessed week. I hope that you all make the right decisions throughout your week so that you make it each day that you're able and blessed to be able to breathe, that you make each day better, make each day right. Even, if anything's wrong, make it right and make each day better if you're blessed to see the next day. And y'all know what I like to say. Smile, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me, but with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon to the next time we chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, baby. Ha ha! Big Phil Speaks is out now. Holla.
We're one big happy family. One big happy family. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. CMT and Big Phil speech.
Y'all have a blessed day. I'm up out of here. Y'all be blessed and be a blessing to somebody else. You feel me? Peace.